Welcome to the Tampa Bay IIBA chapter. Today is August 20th, 2026. I am very excited to bring to you our second prerequisite for our SDLC simulation workshop. This is the deeper dive into SDLC stages, deliverables, and tech. Let me introduce myself. My name is Thea Soren. I'm the president of this chapter. I've helped write a couple of books like the Babok and a few others, but really my biggest goal here is to be of assistance to you. If you need assistance, if you need a review, if you need mentoring, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. That's what I'm here for. Let me tell you about the IIBA. For over 20 years, the International Institute of Business Analysis has helped shape the practice of business analysis to achieve better enterprise outcomes. We've got 30,000 members, 120 chapters, 1,500 volunteers, and that's what we are bringing to you. But I want you to think about what is the benefit of joining the IIBA. You get access to training provided by 120 chapters around the world. Think about that. People in the other parts of the world do not think the same way the people that sit at the desk next to you. Wouldn't it be cool if you brought some of those ideas home? You get complimentary access to 25,000 outstanding books, including the Babok, along with webinars and additional resources. And you get discounts on certification exams. The discounts typically meet or exceed the amount of your membership. IIBA chapters are in major cities around the world. If there is not an active chapter near you, we can talk about you starting a chapter. Wouldn't you like to be the founding member of a chapter? Or you're welcome to the Tampa Bay IIBA. Members of the Tampa Bay, Florida chapter are not restricted to the residents of the state of Florida. In fact, we have participants literally all around the globe. If you do not have an IIBA chapter, Tampa Bay could be your chapter. Our vision here at Tampa Bay IIBA is building a thriving community of empowered business analysts. So why would you choose to join the Tampa Bay chapter? We offer multiple training sessions each week. We're about to hit 4 a week, including CBAP prep and coaching and our acclaimed SDLC workshop. You can view our upcoming events here at our webpage, tampabay.iiba.org, and then we have everything posted on our LinkedIn page as well as Facebook. Thank you to our good friend Cliff. We have over 200, 300 events on YouTube right now, and finding what you're looking for could be a problem, except we have a good friend named Bob. Bob created a page on his website, rpchurchill.com, and he's putting all of the YouTube videos in there by date, by topic, and by speaker. You can find what you're looking for using that, and it's a great way to access everything. He's got all the links there. This is our esteemed board. I'm very proud of the efforts of each one of them, especially as we lead up to the SDLC workshop. Several of these people have put in probably 100 hours getting ready, getting everything ready. I want to thank Will Powers. He's our newest board member, and he is coming on. He's going to help us with our technology a little bit, just because we need one more tech person. A result of all the work that we've done over the years has made us become the winner of the 2025 Chapter Awards for Professional Development. One of the reasons for that is we do these crazy 7-month CBAP study groups that are weekly to help people. Right now we have 2 going on. One is during the week and then one is on Saturday morning, so we can hit folks in UK and Nigeria. These are the folks that have come back to us to say, because of your training, because of what you did, we were able to get our certifications. Many of these people have gone on to become leaders here and in IIBA chapters and in companies around the world, because we make leaders here. We also have our second book on Amazon, Business Analysis, Bridging the Gap Across Industries, Volume 2, has 12 more industries of what is it like to be a business analyst in this industry? What are the case studies of real things that these business analysts have done? And what would you need to know if you walk into this industry? It gives you a leg up on all the business analysts because you have insight that they're not going to have. I want to take a moment to appreciate all of our partners. Our number one partner group, though, is you. the people who participate, and our members. Another partner group is our BA Force Multipliers. You're going to see this a lot more later, but this is a group of BA leaders from around the world that have come together to elevate the practice of business analysis. We've partnered with over a dozen other IIBA chapters around the world, as well as we are mentoring 4 chapters that are fledgling. They're going to become IIBA chapters. I just know it. We partnered with DOBAC out of the UK and 3 different organizations in the Tampa Bay area that are adjacent to business analysis. We partnered with 5 different training providers and 3 different human resources or recruiting companies that help provide services to our business analysts. We've also partnered with Purdue University, their virtual AI master's program. As a result of all these partnerships, you get some discounts just by being participants of our chapter. The biggest one is from Watermark Learning. You get 40% off of their services. They will give you 40% off of this test bank. This is the test bank that I use for all my training. My students come back and tell me that it's effective. And with the 40% off, it's about $1 a day for 90 days. It's pretty cool. Another discount we get is 20% off. This is 20% discount from Adaptive US on all live classes and on-demand courses, excluding their IIBA exam vouchers. Other training that we're bringing to you over the next several weeks. Thursday, we're bringing to you Salesforce BA Advantage from Ashley. And then Tom is bringing us the AI Can Ask. He's created an AI agent that helps you become a business analyst. Then we have Chris coming to us. He's going to talk about the world of reference data management. If you've ever heard somebody say, we need clean data, this is the step above that. This is the step that structures your data so that it can flow through your organization instead of everybody making their own cowboy things. Chris works for the company that I work for, Cincinnati Insurance. He's been doing this for 40 years. He is one of the most educational people I've ever talked to with. Just being in a meeting with him, I learned things. So I brought him for you. Then on Saturday, September 12th, David Verbanik is coming to talk about business process management. If you don't know how to map processes, if you don't know what it means to talk about resolving bottlenecks or improving processes by measuring them, David's going to teach you. This is a full day workshop. Then I've got my friend Scott coming. He's going to talk about how to pick the right AI algorithm for your context. Scott is a well-known author, and this is one of his best talks, I think. And now for our presentation. This is what you came here for. Let's start with the SDLC simulation. Those of you who are already registered for the simulation, congratulations. This is one of the 2 requirements for you to watch and learn from, because we're going to give you information you need to know so whenever you show up on Saturday for the simulation, you're halfway prepared, if not better. So that's going to be Saturday. Let's talk about the previous meeting. I sent this to all of you via email. It's a recording of the previous meeting, and so it's the basic plans. So if you haven't watched that, I encourage you to watch it. In case you didn't see it, this is the calendar. This is the calendar of what we will be doing. Today is our pre-meeting 2. This is August 20th. Then we have our next meeting on August 22nd, September 5th, September 19th. You know the drill. These are going to be 3-hour meetings so that we can get into the actual work of doing SDLC. And what we did last year is being improved on. This year we have a lot more apps, and Kasi and Esther are going to go over that for you in just a few minutes. This year we're doing 18 hours of meetings over a 12-week period of time. We do have the same mix of team members. And then out of that, you're going to have 6 teams. You're going to have 16 pages. I'm going to show you that in just a minute on baforcemultiplier.com. We're going to give out 10 IIBA membership awards to participants, observers, and that's going to be based upon your contribution to your team. We're not asking you to create anything for us. We don't get anything out of this. We're just doing this so that you can contribute to your team and find out what your part of the dance is. Even if you're doing something, a role that is not your traditional role, learning what that role does and its goals is going to be beneficial to you as a business analyst. We also have, I think we have 14 mentors, and we will be awarding those 14 mentors IIBA memberships as well. And many people came to us last year and said, "You changed my life. You showed us things that we didn't know were possible. This is not something we even knew existed." So I'm looking forward to bringing you from wherever you are on your journey to a few steps higher. Let's move on. One of the things that we ask for whenever you signed up is we need your photo. We have a very small number of people that have actually sent us their photo. And this is a headshot, and I'll give you an example of what we're talking about in just a minute. But we do need you to send your photo to this email address, volunteersuccess@tampabay.iiba.org. I will drop that in the chat in just a few minutes. So going back to our roles that we talked about, I told you we have 6 roles. In case you haven't seen the previous video, I want to remind you, we have 6 roles. Every role has an equal part of the team. There's not one role that is the head of the team and the boss. Every role has your own job and your own way to step up and say, "This isn't good enough," or "We could do better." You have your own voice, and it takes all of you doing your job to make this successful. So looking forward to the last meeting on November 7th. The 6th meeting is our final executive demo and awards. I want to show you what we did last year. Can you see the screen? Okay, very good. Sometimes I don't know if I share the application or the screen. So good. So this is the website, baforcemultiplier.com. And if you choose one of the teams here in the SDLC Experience Workshop 2025, let's just choose, Team 1. This is what we're going to do for you this year. We're going to make a page just like this, and each one of you will have your picture and a very brief bio on here. It's going to identify what your role is in this team. And then below that, you're going to present your project. What is the problem statement that you were trying to solve? So you're going to create your problem statement in your team. Then you're going to create maybe a solution statement. The deliverables, the things that you create, we're going to take examples, photos of those, and we're going to put them in here and either talk about them, or you're going to talk about what you learned in creating this, what the benefit of this deliverable was. Some of the team last year actually left links to what they had created. The project deliverables by the different roles will be all listed in here. And when we have our final meeting, the person that created these can come on and talk about what they created. We want you to have ownership of what you created for the project. And then further down here, we have project deliverables by the business analyst, QA tester, UI UX. And then on this one, they actually were able to create real software, and we put it on the page. The developer ends this talk by the presentation of the talk for the team. The developer ends by talking about how he created the thing that y'all all agreed to create. And then impact of the workshop, you can give us information here if you want to, but at the very end, there will be certificates. And the certificates are not just something you can put on your wall. There's 2 pages to these. And the second page is more like a letter of recommendation. It talks about what did you do in the workshop itself. So it's going to be something that you can take to a potential employer and say, "I was on this team. You can see my picture. You can see the work that I've done, and this is what they said that I did." It's not just me saying I know how to do it or I have some experience. So this is what we will do for each of our teams. We've got 6 teams this year. And I'm going to turn the screen over to Esther and Kasi, and they're going to talk about the tech that you should have received the email about. I'll let you take it from here, Esther.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm sure by now a couple of people have gotten multiple emails from me. And as a heads up, you're still going to get more. But welcome to the SDLC 2026. Um, we are basically here for you. The IT team or the tech team is filled with amazing people. I have Kosi. Kosi is actually the IIBA Tampa based Vice President of Technology. And we also have an amazing technology lead that will be working with us for the SDLC simulation. I think he was on video a few minutes ago, Femi Esson. So please, if you have any tech needs, we are going to be your 3 points of contact. We're there to support, we're there to ensure that you have a great technological experience during the SDLC. So for this year's STLC, we had a lot of considerations and tech considerations or application considerations. And the reason we were able to arrive at the techs we selected for this year, largely based on feedback from last year and the desire to also do something better. Um, Better, bigger, greater, stronger than what we did last year. So this year we decided to bring everybody. We had quite a number of privacy concerns last year, so we decided to bring everybody under the BA Force multiplier tenet. That's why you see that your username has the baforcemultiplier.com domain. So we are all BA Force multipliers. So that's why you have that domain. And by now, everybody has received their sign on informations. The only people I am owing sign on informations right now are the observers. And pardon me, you're going to get that. And that's because we have peculiar situations with that. Now, this year, we have an amazing mix of team members. Now, all the tools we selected for this year, because he's also going to share his screen. So you're going to see the tools that you have available. We have like the Power Apps and all that. So your Microsoft license gives you access to a number of applications that we're going to be using. We also have access to Miro. Last for last year, all the teams made use of Miro. So the bulk of not necessarily the bulk, but more of the deliverables that the teams made use of last year or they were able to achieve was because we had like a collective Miro license, and every team had their own board, their own workspace, and they were able to come up with something. So this year is a bit different with in terms of discretion as a team, working with your team, yourself, your product owner, your business analyst. If you decide, oh, we don't want to use Miro, that's fine. You have that creative direction. If you want to use the Microsoft Loop or the Kanban board, like whatever Microsoft offers, that's also your discretion. We're giving you that array of tools for you to at least get to where you want to get to. Then we have Balsamic. So we had amazing results and deliverables from last year from Balsamic. In fact, I think one of our Balsamic coaches should actually be on this call, Aman. Hi, Aman. If you're here, it's nice to have you this year. So we also have Balsamic. We okay. Um, Pardon me if you're not speaking, please mute. Thank you very much. So we have Balsamic for this year as well. Draw.io, anyone that also wants to make use of Draw.io, please. Then we're also giving that opportunity for people that want to make use of Lovable AI. You just create the account, the free account with your baforcemultiplier.com email address. Then apart from that, one thing that's very, very, or will I say extremely important for our developers, we are still working. We already have the tech stack, and that also really depends on your skill set as a developer. Um, I would be getting into the developers group chats. We already have the tools that we want you to use or to make use of, but I'll be reaching out to you one on one or on your your team's channel, to get the specific tools. If we don't have, we'll see what we can do. Now, when everybody has received their sign-ons. And please, if you have received your sign-ons, you're having issues with multi-factor authentication and all that, we have or we've planned to have that addressed at the end of this call. So if you don't mind waiting an extra like couple of minutes to get that sorted. But apart from that, if you're not able to get it sorted, we have a support ticket. Cos is going to share his screen and show you all that. So you can see. But everybody has gotten their first name, the login details. Please and please and please sign into your login details or with your login details to the Microsoft account, because that's where everything SDLC related is happening. So the case studies have already been posted on the SharePoint channel. Now it's expected that once you sign in, you already have, you're going to already be added. So what we did was ensure that based on the team assignments we got from the program coordinator, we assigned everybody to their respective teams. And we also put in the description, we put in the roles. So if you have not received your login details as a participant or as a mentor, please stay on the call and we'll get that fixed. So getting all those details, once you log in, you'd already see the team you're assigned. And if you open Microsoft Teams, it should pop up on the list of your teams or the list of your channels. If you have been assigned a team or you don't even know the team, please let us know. And maybe we're having back and forth with access issues. We'll get that sorted. And if you have, maybe there's an error with how your name was spelled or just something that needs to, please, it's not it's not too late. So if you have any issues with how your name was spelled, our team is ready to assist you. The only thing is any error that or any changes that have been made with in terms with profile changes like display names, emails. For the emails, it might take like 15-20 minutes to get sorted, but display names might take about 24 hours. So I just want to put it out there that even though we make the change now, you might not see the update until probably the next day, but the update will be made. So the goal is we have an amazing experience. I'm looking forward to working with everybody and getting to meet everyone more as much as possible. So I'm going to hand it over to Kosi to also share the Microsoft Space, the SharePoint sites as well. So we have two very important SharePoint sites. Kosi, I think you can actually start sharing
Well,
your screen. Then
well,
I'll just wrap it up. So two SharePoint sites. One is the general one that everybody has access to. Then the second SharePoint site is a ticket flow. Cos is going to explain the ticket flow. But the whole goal is that if you have any challenge with any tool and all that, you submit a ticket. You're able to track if your ticket has been responded to, what's the status, if it's been completed. You get notifications as your ticket or as your support request is being treated. So we just want to ensure that everybody has a great experience. We're still learning. So please also extend grace to us. We would try to make this a wonderful experience for everybody, but please also extend grace. And we look forward to working with you. Thank you very much. And I know that this is like final. Um, I have shared a couple of emails with some people. And if you know you're one of the persons I said, okay, attend this session and I'll see what I can do, please send me a message. And if you see a free spot in the middle of the conversation, please just say, Esther, you said this, and we'll see how to treat it. Thank you very much, everyone. I hand over to Kasi.
yeah, thank you, Esther. I think you cover everything else. Before I start with the SharePoint, I think Thea, you wanted to touch a little bit around the participant package. So I will have it
I
on
do.
screen. Yep.
I do. Thank you.
Yep.
So, Kasi, can you go to the main screen first so that they can see how to get to this?
Absolutely. 1 second, and I'm trying to get right off that notification. Perfect.
Okay, so this is the main SharePoint page that Kasi and Esther have put together for us, and it's got pretty much all the links that you need on it. So let's scroll down to the education page. I'm sorry, the educational link. Oh, or we could just go to documents. Okay, cool. Go to education materials. and then participant information. And then SDLC schedule with deliverables. So I'm going to tell y'all this is a large document, and I'm sorry, that's not the right one. Participant, it's the one with the elephant. Yeah, that's the one. It's hit at the top. So this is a large document, and the reason it's a large document is I put everything into it. I put what will your teammates be doing while you're doing your job? What are the deliverables that will be created? Everything is in this. So I'd like to just show you just a few things real quick. Kasi, if you'll scroll down just a few pages, I think it's page 11.
It's trying to refresh. I don't know why.
It's because it's 270 something pages, guys. I didn't make it small. I didn't expect this though.
Okay. Wait, so
Okay.
And yep.
So you got your table of contents.
Okay.
I think there's 3 pages of that. 2 pages, good. So stop here. This is your workshop overview. If you ever kind of want to know what is it we're doing, where are we at, this is the easiest way for you to get that information. And you can save a copy of this to your local so you have it. Let's go on down a bit. You got the link to the BA Force Multiplier. It tells you a little bit what a daily stand-up is. I encourage you to, whenever you join the call during the workshop, everybody starts out with a daily stand-up. If you don't know what that is, you want to know. So this is basic instructions. We do have a sample project that we're using throughout this. So we have the template for each deliverable and then a sample project. And so it's a sample project you're going to see there. I don't want you to get confused. It's like, wait, why are we talking about a coffee shop? That's the sample project. So that's going to be through this. You do have advanced templates and examples that are provided through those links. And then it's got several pages of what is a product owner? What is a project manager? It's just the basics. It's to reorient yourself in case you forgot what is this job supposed to do? And then what are the jobs my other teammates are supposed to do? And let's go on to the next section. Okay, the packet format, it just tells you how to read the packet. Let's scroll down a bit more. Each meeting has several activities. Each activity has 1 or 2, maybe 3 deliverables. And so here's your outline of who is going to be responsible for what deliverable. It's a good idea if you're responsible for deliverable, especially if you read ahead and maybe get it started before your meeting. That way you can be looking at it at the same time someone else is looking at their deliverable. There's several of these. For instance, in the scope, activity 3, define project scope. The project manager and the business analyst are both filling out your deliverables at the same time because you have some of the same information. So the team needs to help you with these deliverables because the product owner is saying this is what the scope is. So you can do it together, but you need to be oriented on what you're needing to be doing before you get to the meeting. Kasi, let's go down just a bit more. Okay, so then in meeting 6 is the demo that I talked to you about. Your team will provide the demo. This is what our team did. Here's the script basically, and you get to write it. You get to decide what am I going to be showing during this demo. This demo is going to be recorded and put on YouTube, just like it was last year. And it's a little nerve-wracking if you're not used to doing things like this, but what an opportunity. Isn't that cool? So this is the outline of the demo. And then let's go up just a little, go down a little bit more, Kasi. And then this is where your real project, the first day starts. I made these too long because I wanted to give you all the details. If you never look at this stuff and you just go down and look at the deliverables, you will probably be just fine. But I overshared here. If you look here, it talks about what each role is going to do during this one activity, what your goals are. And Kelsey, let's go down to the template. It tells you where you get the information from for this. It tells you, well, I'm sorry,
Yep.
we went a little too far there.
Yep.
The template, here's the example. Let's go up just a little bit more, Kelsey, to the previous page right there.
Right.
See that
Yep.
form? That's the deliverable. That's all you need to do. But then the next page has an example, and then it says, from this deliverable, you're going to take this information and take it to the next things. So it's all in here, but you're going to have to look at it. You're going to have to do some work. And this is truly one of those things that you get out of this what you put into it. You put a lot into it, you're going to get a lot out. So I hope that if you see any mistakes in here, if you'll send me a message, because I want to make it the best it can be. I know that I've got an audience full of analysts, and you will probably find something that we can do better. Help me make it better, okay? All right, Cassie, I'll let you take it and talk about how to navigate and how to access things.
Okay. Thank you, Dan. Well, um, so my name is Kasi Agbemadun, President of Technology here at the chapter. Pretty much my role is to support you through this SDLC regarding any technology issue that you may have or any problem with all of the application that were listed. We send out, I believe, an email regarding how everyone should log in. First name, that last name, and the domain name, baforcemultiplier.com. If you did not receive your email for whatever reason, we can talk after this call. But the first thing I really wanted to point out, once you set up once you are able to log in, this should be your landing page. And the reason why I wanted to show this is where everything starts. So if you click on the 9 dot, I believe here, and click on more apps, it will literally show you all of the app that we have available, but you want to see the whole list. Click on all apps and it really give you like an idea. So we do have all those apps available, but we did provide a specific list, like Esther mentioned, of application that we will support or we will use for specific session, but feel free to explore this. There are a couple of things I wanted to mention here. Applications such as Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint will only be available on the web version, meaning you will not be able to download the Word application on your laptop and sign in with that credential. It will redirect you to the web version. On the other hand, application like Teams, Outlook, Whiteboard, if you use it, OneDrive, Microsoft Loop, all of those applications, you will be able to use them on your laptop directly. And later on, I will demonstrate how a user on Windows can have those apps downloaded and how Mac people can directly also have it pinned. So from here, I wanted to show you the SharePoint page. So literally, if you hit this page and you want to access any application, click on it, right? And it will redirect you. You should be already logged in. And there are two, oops. Okay, so it's in the wrong license. 1 second. Yeah. There are two pages that I wanted to show you. The first one was the communication page, pretty much the landing page that you can use to have a few of the information regarding the SDLC. And the second one will be the SDLC help desk. So from here, this is where you will submit your ticket, right? View your frequent asked question. And this is an interface. So if you log in the first time, it might ask you to allow SharePoint to read the application. This is not sharing your data, it's not selling your data, it's simply connecting the application to SharePoint so you are able to see this SharePoint. I'm gonna try to zoom in on my screen a little bit here. Yeah, so if you see this interface, it will allow you to submit a ticket, view your ticket, and have any support resources we make available. And by the time you submit something, it will actually change the metrics here. So you know how many tickets you submit, how many are in progress, and how many are actually completed. So I will click on the submit from, and it will redirect you to a new window. And like you will submit any ticket, we want that ticket to have a title, be as descriptive as you can. And the issue description, that's where you actually share what this issue is about, the priority. You have anything from low to critical. So please, anything that is blocking you to access your team resources, right? You are unable to participate or work with your team, that should be flagged at high or critical. Anything that is maybe a name update, right? A job title update, or anything that have like less relevance, we will still work on it. But please don't send every ticket as high or critical if there is no need, right? So the category, we provided a few: account, password, Microsoft Teams. If you do not find the category that really don't match what you're looking for, try to get really close to what you think it is, or simply select application not listed, and we will take care of it. And then it will allow you to have an attachment. I do have a higher access. That's why you see in this field, you will not be able to see this. They assigned to, you will not be able to see that. So once it is submitted, you will receive a notification giving you your ticket number. And let me see if I can pull one up. 1 second, please. Mm, 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 mm. Yep, I'm trying to pull it right now. Yeah, so you will receive this, right? This is an automate message telling you, hey, your ticket has been received. This is your ticket information. And we will work on it. Obviously, yours will say new, or if we change the status of it, it should be able to reflect here. And once it is completed as well, you will receive the same notification. So this is pretty much it about that website. You will find some self resources, like how to reset your password, how to do a lot of stuff. This page is actually a really nice resources when it comes to application or any issue. And if you want to view your ticket, right, just click on this and it will take you straight to your page. I don't have anything at the moment, obviously. Otherwise, everything will be listed here. One thing I also wanted to mention, if it happens that for whatever reason, you are not able to use your BA Force Multiplier email, or you are unable to use it to do anything else, feel free to contact us, and I will share the email that you should send the request to. But I really encourage everyone to, unless it is really necessary, or you are really blocked, you can send an email. But I really encourage everyone to submit a ticket. That way we can get on it really fast and get it completed. But for anyone that might be locked out of the account and doesn't have any contact with the team, I wanted to share this mailbox. You can save it. 1 second. Yeah, Deborah, you can ask your question in the meantime, please.
Hi, Kosi. Hi, everyone. Thanks for putting us through. I was just following what you were doing, and I have opened SharePoint. However, my page is blank, so all I'm just saying is here's what's new. So I know you said when we get on there, we should see something like what you're seeing on your screen, but it's just there's no information there. And I've tried to click on um the 9 dots at the top right corner, just something that would help me access the files on SharePoint, but I cannot find anything.
Who's
Can you help?
speaking? Sorry.
Deborah. Deborah.
Um, 1 second.
I'm actually putting the link in the chat. Try to click on the link for me and tell me if it is still blank. And thank you for sharing that with me. I will
Thank you.
take that as a feedback and try to work on that. So I put the link to the help desk in the chat currently, and everyone that wants to try it should be able to access it. If not, we can take that offline. And I also share the SDLC support emails. And once again, please use it only if you completely get locked out of the system, right? If you are not, please use this SharePoint page and we will get right into it. I shared that we have
Yeah.
a lot of.
The link works. I just wanted to let you know. Sorry. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
Sandra, I will let maybe Esther or Olga take your question, and I will proceed with this. So maybe you can talk to Olga and Esther regarding that. I wanted to share
Which
also
of the questions is that?
I also think I was made US UI.
Oh,
You have
I
noticed
will
that.
address that at the end of
Exactly.
this session. Thank you.
So Microsoft Teams, right? Everybody that sign up for the SDLC should have a Microsoft Teams account and already assigned to a group. I'm trying to drag these up. Yep. Oops. 1 second. Yeah, you should have your team set up and you should be assigned to your team. If for whatever reason you are not in your team, please let us know. You will also have what is called you will also have access to a specific group depending on your role. So you might have an all BA group as well in case you are a BA, and anyone that is a developer will also have their own group. We do have this group that is SDLC workshop. So we will mostly use this for announcement and share with the team if there is any update. This is pretty much what this will be used for, but feel free to communicate with your team, set up a channel if there is a need, but please make sure everything is really coordinated with the mentors and follow their guidance as well. If there is anything that you're trying to accomplish in Microsoft Teams and it does not allow you because maybe we restricted the access, please reach out to us. I'm not saying we will grant it, but we might take in consideration and see what we can do. I don't want to share like every application, but I also think this is worth mentioning. This is Microsoft Loop. Maybe it's new for a lot of people, but this can really help you create a lot of things, such as a Kanban board. And I really want to get to the template because Microsoft provided like a really nice list of template that you can choose from.
Cassie, will you get it set up? Do you mind if I explain what a Kanban board is?
Absolutely, go ahead.
A Kanban board is literally a task list that identifies what role is supposed to take which task. And it's an agile technique. This is one of the only ways that we're asking you to do agile. We're not asking you to learn all the rules and all the roles, but doing a Kanban board means that you can claim we were doing it in an agile way. We were on an agile project. So you know, this is one long sprint, but Kanban board is really a very visual way to say, these are the things that we need to do, and this is the next thing priority wise. In fact, I see Aaron Wittenberger is here. He wrote a book on Agile Business Analysis. You can see it on the screen behind him. If you want to know more about Agile, maybe after the workshop, check out that book. It's pretty cool. Okay, Kasi.
Yeah, and not the funny, the really cool thing about a Loop, it has a really nice integration with most of the Microsoft applications. So if you created a task here like I did, you should be able to assign anyone to it. So I'm trying to assign, let me create the task here. There's 001, and maybe I want to assign it to Esther. I will just tap the add sign and
Everything to Esther.
Yeah, it's the only time I can assign something to Esther, so I'm gonna use it. So yeah, so you will tap that @ sign and the person name, and she'll pop up, and they will receive a notification. And like I said, Loop can be used for multiple things. Create a page. Microsoft have a lot of gallery you can choose from. I will let you decide what you want to use. And the third thing that I really want to share here, if I hopefully I have it bookmark. Microsoft Planner, same thing. Help you plan, get requirement, all those PA tasks that we need to do. We try to log in really quickly.
That integration comes in handy whenever you can keep everyone on the same page, doesn't it?
Yep. So yeah, like same thing. I created a project management template, and I created I believe a Kanban board. Same thing here. You can assign, um, select a due date, mark the priority of the task, and this will really help coordinate with the team. If I'm not trying to go into great details here, and you are also have the option to view it as a grid if you prefer. And the really cool thing is if you have a task assigned to you with the due date, you might be able to do this and add it to my day. So that means you will really have a vision, like or a filter if you prefer, of what tasks need to be completed, for example, today, the next 2 weeks, or whatever time frame that is. Uh, I can't conclude this without mentioning the use of Copilot. Yes, we do have Copilot available to us. We have the basic version, but I still believe we can do a lot of things for this workshop. Doesn't mean everything should go into Copilot, but since we have it, I think is a good opportunity for everyone to use it, at least get something out of it. And I really wanted to mention that. So developer tools.
Wait, Kasi, before you go to developer tools, would you go back to the SharePoint and click on the 9 dots and show people how to navigate? It's
Like
brand new
from
to
here.
too many people.
Okay. Click on the 9 dot, click on more apps.
And
And
heads up, if you are not signed in to the BA Force Multiplier, you're not going to be able to access it. But I can see that we're having a couple of access issues. But I just sent the direct link to people. Once you click on that link, it's going to notify me and I'll grant you access. I'm just saying, if I sent you a link, you can check it on Teams. I sent you the link directly on Teams. So
So from here, you choose what you want to go into. It's like having a room with a whole bunch of doors.
that you can bookmark this page directly if you prefer. Okay.
So if you want to get to Teams for your direct messaging, you can
Yep.
go. If you want to get to SharePoint to get to the documents that you have stored there, you can go there.
Yep.
I don't encourage you to have to go to every single thing. Pick the things that you need and then expand whenever you get bandwidth. But Teams, SharePoint, and Outlook are probably going to be your core 3 things that you need to investigate because your team is going to be there. Okay, Cassie, I'll give it back.
Yep, Kosi, I also want us to run through because I've seen a couple of questions in the chat. I want us to run through the main SharePoint site, so people know what to look out for. If we can do that when you're done.
Okay, let me wrap up this really quickly. So for the developer tools, while they are not showing up here, we do have well, Miro is not really a developer tool, but I will mention it. We have a Miro board. If it is needed, you should have received an invite in your BA Force Multiplier email asking you to join the board. Developer tool, we have Visio to create the process flow. And the Visual Studio, you just need to sign into Microsoft.
And install that on your workstation.
Yes, we can provide more information or guidance around that as well. And once it is downloaded, you should be fine to go. We have Baslamic. I think you mentioned that already. I'm sorry.
Stop
I
that
think
talk.
somebody is
If you have why
unmuted.
Hold on. C'est bon.
Harry now. Okay, he's
I
muted. Yeah.
got it done.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. And we also have asset storage.
Oh,
We
tell
have
them,
we
tell
have
them how much.
we have 1 terabyte per user for this SDLC. What does that mean? You have place where you can store your file. Please don't store your personal file. I mean, I will encourage you not to. It's strictly for the purpose of this SDLC, but we do have the space available. So if you are asking yourself how to share like a file, you have your Teams as well, which is already linked to the OneDrive as well. We can share files there, but if you want to save something for yourself for the purpose of this SDLC, you have 1 terabyte to do that. Esther, am I missing something critical? Yeah, Power Automate for the developer or someone who really wanted to automate some process. You can explore this. I'm not gonna demonstrate that. And we have a whiteboard. A lot of BAs still rely on whiteboard, and
Whiteboards.
the Babak also mentioned the whiteboard as well. And that question tricks me every time I take the training test, but I get it now. So the whiteboard is also available. Remind me if I'm missing anything else that I wanted to post there before I
I think
the
we're good. The only thing is the developer tools are not restricted to this. That's why I said every developer has a different tech stack. But for the GitHub repo, we're getting we're going to have our teams, the SDLC's GitHub repo. So for your coding exercises, you have that. I know some developers want Railway. I think it's Railway, yeah, or Railway. So that as well. So again, as a developer, like I said, I'll be entering your Teams channel. There are specific preferences, please go ahead. But I also wanted to mention that every team, one major thing we're going to be giving you during this SDLC is creative freedom. Now, creative freedom in the sense that every team, as long as you're on SharePoint, on Teams, you already have a SharePoint site. So you can actually create your team's SharePoint site and do something as unique, like just do you, like do what you think would portray your team in a positive light. And that actually, it's not a requirement, but that can actually be added to something that your team has also achieved. Microsoft is also an amazing tool. So if you can try your hands on the SharePoint site, that's fine. Then we have the Power Apps also available. All the tickets, everything that has to do with the process flow on the tickets, Power Apps, Power Automate, they were super helpful and handy. So you can also use this experience to try your hands on some of these tools. It's just basically giving you that well-rounded opportunity to have access to some of all these licensed tools that, who knows, the organization you might work with tomorrow, that's what they use, and you're gaining experience as much as possible. So I want us to go to the SDLC homepage itself. That's the general one. And if you're already in a team, the link has already been pasted as the very first message in your general channel. So every team should have that, except you're not seeing yourself in a team, and we're going to get that resolved. But the main SDLC channel, Kosi, please.
Yeah, 1 second. I think there you have something before we turn.
I need to say something before I need to drop and go teach the CBAC class, and I apologize for interrupting. You're going to have your teammates. You're going to have the PO, the PM, the BA, the UI, UX, QA, and dev. You're also going to have a mentor who's going to be your PO, and maybe other mentors in there. Mentors are people who have some experience, and they can give you some information and instruction. You're also going to have one other role that we haven't told you about. They're the observers. The observer's job is to just take note of when you're brave, when you take charge of your role, whenever you do good stuff. They are the ones who make notes about what you've done well, and they are the ones that we take their information and we use that for your certificates and your letters of recommendation. I want you to be kind to them, but don't be bewildered about why they're there. They're there to see if they can take good notes about what you do, and that way you get good responses whenever it's real responses on your certificates. Okay, Esther, I'm going to turn it back over to you and let you solve the problems of the world. And I will see y'all next week. I'll see y'all on Saturday if you're coming to the workshop. Otherwise, I will see you next Thursday when we have our normal BA masterclass. And it's free. You don't have to pay for it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.
Thank you, dear. Don't end the meeting. Just leave
I'm
the
not
meeting.
ending. I'm leaving the meeting. Thanks for the
Thank
reminder.
you.
Bye, guys.
Something really quick before we transition. I know Esther mentioned Power Apps. This dashboard, like she said, is actually an application that is embedded into SharePoint. So it's a really nice opportunity, and I really wanted to share this. This is my first experience with Power Apps as well, and I enjoyed it. You can tell it's a lot of stuff. So if your team is heading to that direction, or if you have a bunch suite to kind of try it for yourself, please do. So now, main SDLC SharePoint page. Pretty sure I have it open.
Oh, and let me just also give a heads up. Open secrets. We're not really done with the site, so there's still going to be. You might wake up tomorrow and see some slight modifications. But if you want to scroll down, Kosi. So based on the registrations we just put in the time zones, that's a gradual thing. So if you are ever confused about the time, you can come to the SharePoint site and know what time the meeting is. I know it can get confusing doing time conversions from EST to West African time. I literally count my fingers when I want to do that conversion. So that's just that. Then the SDLC resources 2026, we have the about that takes you directly to our IIBA website. Then what the materials that we basically need, that's the educational materials. When you click on that, I think you can open it. It automatically opens in a new tab. Yeah, I have that set up. So you get to see the business cases. That's if okay. So you get to see the business cases on the SharePoint site. Then we have that's for the 2026 resources. Then Kosi, we have the help desk. So if you want to submit a ticket, that actually takes you directly to the help desk and you can go ahead and submit a ticket. So you get that from the main channel. Then do you want to scroll down just the blast from the past? If you want to see what team 1 achieved last year, there's a direct URL: team 2, team 3, team 4, 5, and 6. Now we're just doing a countdown on the homepage. Let's see. Then I hope I haven't missed out on anybody, but under the Meet the Team, you get to see who the mentors are or the people serving as mentors. If as a mentor you are not listed on that wall, please let me know. All right.
And we are still updating this page once again.
It's still being updated.
All of the names are on there, but for the sake of this presentation, we really wanted to give a very high level overview. So if you don't see your name, please do not take offense. This will be corrected for sure.
All right.
One thing also I wanted to mention, maybe someone is wondering around, okay, my personal data security and all that. A lot of tools and system are in place to protect your privacy. And maybe you see that button right there. You will not see it. Definitely, you will not see that on your dashboard because you are not part of the staff that will work on the IT request. Your information, whatever phone number you share, whatever you share on your ticket will be really confidential and will not be shared, not even with Microsoft. I just wanted to mention that for someone that might be wondering, okay, how's the data is being handled? We did a lot of research and effort to prevent leak of personal data. So as a BA, is also part of our job. And I think we hit the time.
Yes, please.
For a second. I know I talked for how long? I don't know. and maybe take some question or whatever the case may be.
So I think we have 3 people. I think is Femi still on the call? So if you have
Yes, please.
issues with your user, like your what's it called now? Your username, and you're already signed in, hurriedly go ahead and submit a ticket. And Mr. Femi will get that sorted. We're just trying to split it right now. And if we cannot get that wrapped up on the call, you would get that updated or like a notification. So that's for access. So please just hurriedly go ahead and submit that access. But if you haven't even signed in at all, please also let's start doing that. Then you can even start posting that in the chat and we'll be looking at it. If need be, we might ask you to share your screen at any point in time. But the people that I want to address, if you also don't know your team or your group, we're going to be assigning you again. Now, I got a couple of emails from some specific persons. Now, I want to clarify something that during the registration, one thing we emphasized, and it was clearly on the registration, was that all the roles, yes, would try as much as possible to consider your role preferences, but every team is based on the assignment of every team. A lot of factors was considered. So we also had to ensure that every team is as balanced as possible. Now we have someone that is willing to switch from being a QA to being a BA. So if you were assigned a QA role, no, if you're assigned a BA role and you want to be a QA, please could you let me know and we can do that swap. We're only considering it because yes, we understand the peculiarities as much as possible. So if you are Abosede doesn't know her group. Mr. Femi, please could you help me check that participant list and let's know what group Abosede Babatunde is in. Now, every team already has maybe like 3 BAs. So for Mr. AY, Ayo, okay, sorry, we have 2 Ayos. Mr. Ayo Larawaju, we already have 3 BAs in that group that you belong to. Now, for team balance, we can't have 4 BAs in a group or in a team. So if we get somebody, thankfully, that wants to switch and the person is a BA or in another team, we can do that swap. But we're going to have that conversation. So Samuel Adegunju, you're a developer. The BA is the business analyst that's going to be on your team. So that's that clarification. So I want to get somebody that's willing to do the swap. And okay, so I am wondering why you do not have a team assigned yet. If
Can we,
one
can we do,
second.
can we do something? First, I think the meeting is officially done.
Yes, the
Well,
meeting is done and over. If you want to leave, if you don't have any issues, please, you're fine.
And also, in case you have an issue and you don't want to wait for this, once again, submit a ticket and feel free to hang up. If there is a need, I will schedule time with you and we can have a quick call if needed on Teams. Other than that, I think everyone is free to go unless you have an issue. We will be here to help as much as we can tonight. And yeah, we will see you Saturday, right?
Yep. So Abisola Babatunde, if you go on Microsoft Teams,